Hi, my name is Olivier Charbonneau and I want to demonstrate how to set up RSS feeds for scholarly sources as a researcher. Now, I'm not going to present what are RSS feeds, what are RSS feed aggregators and whatnot. You can refer to my blog, outfind.ca for some explanations, but also I find the Wikipedia articles on RSS feeds are actually very well written, so you can find information on that topic there. What I want to do in this video is, for those of you who already understand a little bit about RSS feeds and what they are and how they work, how to set up your feed aggregator and finding the RSS feed address for your favorite scholarly sources. In order to locate the RSS feeds of my favorite scholarly journals, I'm going to use the library subscriptions to find the address of these and then configure them into my Google Reader. So first thing I want to do is verify what is the address of a journal's RSS feed, and typically the journal RSS feeds will provide for the table of contents of the journal. So I could go to the eJournals link on the library page and I could just type in the name or copy paste the name of my favorite journal. In this case, it's the Canadian Journal of Information and Library Science. And I notice here that the library has two subscriptions to it. The one on Project News is directly from the publisher, right? So that's giving me the whole package, the whole journal. Now, I also noticed that I have it in Academic Search Complete, which is an aggregator system from EBSCO, which is a company that essentially buys the access rights to a whole bunch of different journals and aggregates them into a system. Think of them as the Google for articles. We also have ProQuest, which is their main competitor. We have packages from both companies via the library. So I'm going to first show you how to get the RSS feed information from the publisher directly, and then we'll go into the aggregators and start filtering those feeds for specific topics that I want. So let's do that first. Let's go to Project News, which is the current subscription we have from the publisher. If I click through here, I get to the journal page, and what I'm looking for is the link for the RSS feed. Now, sometimes it's available directly from the journal's page, right? So for example, I can click here, sometimes under journal information or available articles. So you may have to browse a little bit to find the RSS feed, and I'm not noticing it, which sometimes happens. What you want to do is then go to look for tools or other kinds of links. And so here on the top right hand corner, Project News provides me for tools, and under that option I could find here the RSS feeds for all of the journals. So sometimes they do that. You have to look for it in a specific place, and I have to browse down to the journal that I want, which is right here, right? So if I click through, this is what it looks like as an RSS feed, and I don't want to read this, but I want to tell Google Reader to pick up this information. So I'm going to copy the name of the URL or the address here, or I may want to hit back and go here directly over the link and then do a control click or a right click to get the address of the URL, and then I go into my Google Reader account and then I paste it in. Okay, so that I would be subscribing to the table of contents for new issues for this journal. All right, let me give you another example here. Let's try another one. So I'm going to go back to the library homepage, and I'm going to try another option, which is going to the eJournals to look for JSIST, which is another information science journal. I'm lazy. I mean smart. I'm going to try the acronym first. And here we have the Journal for the American Society for Information Science and Technology. Again, here we have access to it through a few aggregators, and I'm going to go and demonstrate those in a second. But let's go to the Wiley-Blackwell page, which is actually the publisher. And here on this page, I see that I could get the RSS feed to this article right straight from here. So I'm just going to do a copy address of the link, right? And then add that to my Google Reader. Boom. And then I'm done. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward, going into a journal's page and trying to locate where the link to the RSS feed. Sometimes it's directly from the journal page, other times it's hidden somewhere else on the website under tools or some other special place. So that's for the simple case. Now let's do something a little bit more fun, and let's say I do want to read the articles from this journal, but I don't want the full table of contents. I want to filter the results for a specific keyword that relates to my field of study, right? So let's say what I want to do, if I want to do that, I want to use the aggregator systems, because then I can apply a filter on this journal's content and only read specific articles from that. So for example, let's go to Business Source Complete as an example, and I'll do the other one in a second. So Business Source Complete is from EBSCO, so I'm going to demonstrate EBSCO, but I'm also going to search for in ProQuest for a similar example, just to illustrate how to use both packages. Now, this is the journal's page, and I could search within this publication. And notice here that I have a limiter saying that journal has to be that, and that's great. And I'm interested in copyright issues, so I could write copyright as a topic. And now anybody who's done copyright research knows that copyright sometimes is included somewhere on the record for an article, because people have copyright in things. So you don't want to have a general search for copyright, because sometimes that returns all of the articles on that topic in that journal, because they're all copyrighted. So what I want to do is make sure copyright is, let's say, either in the subject terms, or it's in the abstract, right, or in the title of the article. It doesn't matter. I'm just kind of illustrating that you can actually be pretty precise in how you do that. So let's say I want articles that contain copyright in the title or in the subject terms or in the abstract. Let's say abstract, because that sounds pretty clear. Pretty good. So let's hit search, right? And so here I have the 12 articles that qualify, that have copyright in the abstract. And what you want to do with this is you want to go to the search history, right? You want to look for something, the search history. That's what you're looking for. Click on that search history, which is right here under the search parameters. You see it right here, search history. And notice that you have the RSS icon right from the search history. So what you could do is you could set up an alert, basically telling you every time there's a new article that fits with this parameter, with the search parameter, then you can get it in your RSS feed aggregator. So that's one way of filtering for articles on a specific topic from a journal, essentially going to an aggregator system and doing a search and going to the search history and finding that. So I could save alert, I could copy that URL, that link to the RSS feed into my RSS feed aggregator, and then I would be all done. Okay, so let me illustrate. So this is illustrating how to set up an alert filtering a journal's table of content from Business Source Complete that we have, which is from EBSCOhost. That's the company that builds this. Let me illustrate doing the exact same search from ProQuest. So I'm going to go to ABI Inform Global, which is the ProQuest platform, and we have that journal as well through here, and I could search within this publication. So again, I could do a detailed search because I want copyright to be, because that's my field of study. I want copyright to be in the abstract or the résumé. It's in French because my computer is configured in French. So let me hit search. So here are the articles that fit with this topic. And then what I want to do is, again, I have here recent searches here on top in the blue bar, and this is kind of like your search history. It's the same idea, it's just called something different, so you have to watch out for these similarities or differences. And from here, this is my search history, my recent searches. I can go to the actions option here, and notice that I could create an RSS feed. And then the system prompts me for a few parameters, and then it would create a specific address for me to copy paste into my aggregator. But I'm going to cancel that because I've already done that. But you get the idea. So the idea is that you could generate searches that are very precise for what you're interested in, and based on the most precise search that you have, then you could set up your RSS feed through the search history or recent searches option of the various websites. Or if you want to read the whole table of contents, then you can go straight to the publisher's website and get the address for the RSS feed for the journal's table of content. So you have a bunch of options. Obviously, once you're in ProQuest, once you're in the system, you could just have a general search, right? So let's say I want all articles that have copyright in their abstract that are scholarly, peer-reviewed, right? If I execute this search, I would get any article, all articles that are peer-reviewed with copyright in their abstract. So that's a different search. That's a lot broader. And you could go broad, you could go narrow, you could go deep. You could do different strategies here. But the idea is once you have a search that you're comfortable with to keep you current, and you could go to the actions in ProQuest and then just create the RSS feed. Same idea with EBSCO's Business Source Complete. I could clear this form and just say, go to the advanced search and just say I want copyright. Whenever copyright appears in the abstract of a journal, an article that is scholarly or peer-reviewed, if I execute this search, then I can also get an RSS feed for that through my search history right here under the search options. I have the search history right here, and then search history would give me access to the RSS feed for that. So again, I could be broad, I could be narrow in the way I search, but the idea is that you can use these different systems to generate RSS feeds for your information. Well, that's it. Have a great day.